once again, welcome to the third part, and this is the common math. And my name is Dhiman Dev Goswami, and with me today I have my very good and best friend. His name is Ramak Chatterjee. He's a data scientist. So if you have not seen the first and the second part, then do press the link above for the playlist. And of and if you have not, and if you're first time here, then I'll give my friend a chance to introduce himself. Come on, Rabo.
Right. So yeah, like I said in the previous two videos, like you need to check it out first to kind of even understand. But yeah, I'm a data scientist, so I kind of know the details about literally data. So here today we are here about to discuss some biases in this series of common mistakes. So I'll hand it over to Dhiman to kind of even give an overview of what we are going to talk about today in our video, and then we are going to kind of try to dissect in what that bias is and what that mistake is and how to even kind of avoid it. So yeah, go ahead, Dhiman.
So until now, if you haven't watched the first two parts, so then let me just give a few brief gist that we are talking about the common mistakes we make while choosing a career or while making any decision at your life. So this is in a point of view of choosing a career. So it can be useful to you in any aspects. So please stay tuned. So we are talking about the four pillars of the common mistakes which we make. So we have covered two pillars. The number one, we have covered the survivorship bias. Number two, we covered the swimmer's body fallacy. And now we are going to talk about the authority bias. Ha ha. So what is the authority bias? It's actually, come back. Who the hell are you?
Yes.
Go give me the water bottle right now. The water bottle, that one behind you. You see? Now, what happens? Right now, I raise my volume, right? And this used to happen in school lot many times when I was very young. So, a teacher, when they shout at you, you somehow lose your own senses, and somehow you do it, right? The teacher told me to you stand up on the bench. What do? You just stand up, isn't it? So that is authority bias, my friend. When somebody,
So technically,
yeah,
yeah. So technically, it's like you're kind of following orders from an higher level of authority without putting much thought to it, right?
exactly, that's my point. So what's actually happening in authority bias is that you are making decisions not by yourself, but somebody else is posing it on you. But you lose your senses when somebody raises their volume on you. So sometimes what happens, you subconsciously, or say heuristically, or bias, this bias is there in your reflexes on your inner vertebrae. That chill comes on your vertebrae, and you just do it. You go stand up on that bench. You never ask the teacher, but sir, why? What's my fault? Then they'll start saying that, okay, oh, why you are talking to your teacher like that? And on the first, or maybe on the first authority hit, you might not break. On the second authority hit, you might not break. On the third, fourth, but you will break. You're getting the point. So this
Correct.
is
So
this
more
is
of
the
like
main.
even
Yeah, say.
so yeah. So from what I understand, even like from a data science perspective, if I try to include that in over here, it's like in data science we try to often kind of divide our decision based on the data itself, right?
Yeah,
So we want to take business decisions, say for example whether we want to invest in a particular business or not. We try to do a lot of data collection, data understanding, and then try to delve deep, right? And similarly here, from what I understand, is if we are getting a kind of a decision from an authority, we tend not to question it, right? Our bias is in that form, like since we are getting a decision already from an authority, it must be correct. That is the general tendency. So rather than having an approach like that, it is better to kind of even have an approach similar to our data science approach, where we literally use our own data here in the
yeah.
sense like our own intelligence, right? To kind of even take a decision over here rather than going with the authority bias itself. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I can get it. So what happens is like this authority is something. Now, firstly, this bias I explained it for a school kid. So this bias you can see going around everywhere. So like this, as my friend has very correctly mentioned. So somebody who is elder to you. So I want to make a very nice saying. I want to conclude this video with one suggestion which I keep making to my students who are in the high school right now, higher secondaries, okay, who are in the 11th, 12th, who are the age group of 16 to 18. So I tell them very one thing. I tell them that we teachers are not God. Okay, we are not. We are not God. So whatever we tell you, it's not that you have to obey, but you should listen. Okay, and now to make a good sentence out of it, what I say to them is that listening to your elders is necessary, my friend. Okay, this is necessary. Okay, otherwise I guess there is one s or double s. Okay, leave that. So listening to your elders is necessary, but obeying is, or like, obeying them is not. So from this, I'm not meaning that you just listen to them and you don't obey. What I'm saying is that you listen, you use your wheels that are working inside your head, and then you do your work. I think the
Yeah,
point. It's very.
I'll cite an example too, actually. So we are not like either of us are not telling that don't listen to your parents, don't listen to your elders at all, and
Yes.
just do not obey them, whatever they're saying, just do your own thing. No, we are not saying that. What we are saying is just try to kind of use your intelligence. So, for example, if an elder comes to you and says, "Hey, you, just go to a cliff and just jump off the cliff," will you be doing that? I don't think that's like you're gonna obey that, right? So it's something on those lines that we should think definitely for ourselves, and not just go only with the authority bias that is kind of enforced on us. So that's the
So
whole point, right?
the main reason why authority, you must be thinking, okay, fine, okay, this is a bias, but how is this a career choosing path? It's like, why you're considering is that it has the one of the foremost pillars of the common mistakes to we make in choosing a career, because as soon as you pass your 12th, or as soon as it's time to choose your career, it's mostly you don't choose your career 95% of the time. It's what people around you speaks about, and it's mainly those people who are authoritatively telling you, okay, no, beta, or like, no, hey, you are good at maths, so you must be an engineer, or hey, you
Right.
are good at this thing, you are good at that, or you are bad at that, you shouldn't do that. So what
Correct.
happens to you? We are young. So even at 25 years age of, or at our age, we still are being falling prey of authority bias, because we certain times we go and follow them. So for a kid who is 17, 18-year old, so think about your circumstances. So
Correct.
that's that's the main point of view I wanted to make, put some limelight on. So let's end this one here. So there's only one thing that you need to remember is what I've written here. So the first point is that no elder is God, and the second one what I made is listening to your elders is necessary, but obeying them is not. So think about think about it in a truth table perspective. Okay. Okay, so with this we end the third part and see you in the next one. Ciao ciao.
Thank you.